Yo, it's Trent. Hope everyone's having a good day, good week. Make sure you sub, share, like, comment, all that. Power slap videos tonight. That's gonna be amazing. Check those out. There should be at least 5 shorts, and a video will be posted by like 10 p.m. ish Central Time, sometime around there, right before midnight for sure. Anyways, today's story, we got fainting at Six Flags, and I fainted 4 times in one day, right? So, first of all, to set the stage, at the time, I had a girlfriend, right? And this was one of the last days I hung out with her, actually, besides, like, obviously, when I moved away, I saw her one more time. But, besides that, this was, like, one of the last days, right? So, obviously, kind of a sad mood. Let's go on roller coasters. That'll cheer you up right now. I have had a little bit of problems with roller coasters ever since I've had concussions, right? Before I had concussions, I could go on all the roller coasters I'd want and I'd feel fine. I could get off, not dizzy, not nauseous, not anything, ready to go, go, go. It could also that I was like under 12 then too, right? But then I had like what? One, two, three, four, at least 4 concussions. I mean, 4 football concussions. I had one snowboarding, and yeah, so 4 or 5, right? After that happened, I get on a roller coaster, boom, I pass out, right? Not always, but if it's like fast, I'm gonna pass out. Now, I wasn't fully aware of this at the time, right? This is kind of what made me realize it. And then when I moved to Florida, we used to go to Universal Studios all the time, and I would pass out on rides there too, right? But this was like the first time it happened, but it happened so many times in one day, right? So first of all, we went on this ride that I think it's the Joker. I don't know. It's a new one in Six Flags, Illinois too, Six Flags. I know they all have different ones, but this one is Six Flags Great America. So we were there, and we go on this Joker ride that was new, where it loops like this. It's just like a big oval shape, and you're in like a box kinda. I mean, you're sitting and you just swing forward, backwards, you know. Probably not the best for the equilibrium anyways, but that one was such a light ride. We were on it for 30 seconds, boom, blacked out, right? When I came to, I was still on it and we were rocking, but it felt really slow, and I looked to the left to talk to the girl I was dating. I was like, yo, you know, she's like, you passed out, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Like, that's weird, that doesn't happen, right? And that was just the first ride. Then we started going on all the fast rides, right? We went on Batman, which you're sitting down for Batman and your legs hang, right? I thought I'd be completely fine for that one. I was thinking, oh, I passed out once, like, or fainted, whatever you want to call it. Like, hey, now I should be fine. I got it out of the way, you know? Because isn't it a lack of oxygen to the brain that makes you faint or pass out? So it's like, all I got to do is breathe. So I'm breathing, breathe through the nose, out through the mouth, you know, like the football coaches used to tell us. That's what I'm doing, right? And we're on this ride. And also, for all these rides, we had to wait like 40 minutes in line. So I had plenty of time to like regenerate, you know, to fully, like, it's not like we were going ride. Like, we had to wait in line. So we get on the Batman one. My legs are swinging. I'm breathing. All of a sudden, out, right? But I do remember for this one, right before it went black, right? And when you wake up, it's really weird. It's like fuzzy. It's a weird feeling, right? Um, so I wake up, and it was right as we were taking like a right turn. So when I like came to, the amount of, is it inertia? Like when you stop in a car and your whole body goes forward, isn't that called inertia? I think so. I'm not sure. Hopefully I'm right, but that's what I felt. Like as soon as I woke up, I felt my body feeling like it was getting thrown like to the right. So it scared me. I was like actively scared when I woke up the second time. I was like, Jesus Christ, you know, like that's not good. And the girl I was with, you know, she was being nice. She was like, hey, you know, maybe we should stop doing rides, you know, like maybe we should just play some games, get food, leave, right? Like we don't need to go on all these rides. And, you know, I was being a good person. Plus though, you really don't want to be the reason to leave a park. It was just like a special moment to me, so I didn't want to leave early, especially for myself, right? So I was like, no, it's fine, I can handle it. I've passed out twice, like there's no way it'll happen again, right? Well, then we go on Goliath, which is the brand, well, not brand new anymore, but then it was newer, but the newest ride at this Six Flags, right? Which is like the tallest roller coaster in the world, but it's wooden. It's like the tallest wooden roller coaster in the world. It's nothing special, metal or anything. It's just wood. But when we went on it, right, it started drizzling, and it had just opened maybe, I want to say either a year before or a couple months before, right? And we're waiting in line. It's raining, so it gets delayed, right? And I remember I was joking around. There was a lady behind me. I kept talking about the girl I was with. I was joking around. I was like, man, this giant rash I got on my back. It was freaking the lady up behind me. I used to love doing stuff in line, right? I would airdrop like memes, or I would take pictures of people and then try to airdrop it to them because I always thought that was funny. But anyways, I watched a dummy, right? Like a literal like CPR dummy they put in the roller coaster in the seat I ended up going in, right? And I watched it take off like in the rain, right? It went, when it came back, the dummy was all like sideways and shit. Like it was all like bent out of place and stuff. And so I thought they were gonna be like, you guys can't go on, but we were next up. They're like, go ahead, right? I sit in the seat that the dummy was just like all manipulated in. It looked all fucked up, right? So I get in that seat, it's raining, we're going up this wooden thing. I was scared as shit, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared, right? That could have had something to do with it, but I don't think so, right? We got to the very top, and Goliath kinda, it goes up, 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 you have a big down, and then it's a big loop, like a bunch of loop stuff, and then you go down one more time, and that's it, right? So we're going up, 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 and I was so like nervous and scared. I wasn't thinking of passing out at all. Like it was not in my mind. I was not thinking about breathing, but I shouldn't have to. I should be fine. I'm young, it's a roller coaster. So I'm like holding onto the thing, and we start going forward, and I'm like, and I remember screaming, right? And I screamed for like maybe half a second, 2 seconds out, right? But this time when I came to, we were mid like zooming, Like on the Batman one, we had turned right. That's why I had like that inertia feeling. But on this one, we were actively like speed, like full speed on the roller coaster. So when I woke up, I was already leaned over to the right, and I was like, oh, but I knew what was happening because it already happened 2 times right before it, right? So I didn't even say anything this time. I didn't even say anything to the girl that I was dating. I just was looking at the ground, right? We're flying around, and we go back up, and I'm like, okay, there's no way I'm going to pass out 2 times on the same one. Just keep breathing. You're fine, right? Go down it, and I was actually fine that time. I really didn't pass out on the second part of Goliath, but I was proud of myself there. But then we had one more ride before we left, right? And we did go on other rides between this, but I didn't pass out on those. So those are not eventful, right? But the final ride of the day was Superman, right? It was the longest wait. It was like an hour, hour and a half, which is like nothing if you go to Disney, like I've waited 3 hours for some dumb rides, right? But Six Flags, an hour, hour and a half is kind of the longest you're going to get. So we're standing there waiting. I remember there's people smoking bud, like just straight up smoking joints or blunts. I don't remember which one, but I asked if I could hit it. They let me hit it. That was really cool, right? So we get on Superman, and Superman, you're literally laying on your stomach, arms out, just like Superman would be, right? So we lay down, and we start going, and this is like one of the only rides. I mean, obviously, if you're on like one of the sitting rides, you can look right next to you. But this was like one of the only rides where you're not sitting normal and you could still see the person next to you, right? So I remember I was holding hands with her, right? Like we're laying like this, and I'm holding hands with her. And our hands were connected for most of the ride, right? Well, like the first half of it. We go up, you go fast, right? And most of the time you're going fast straight or you're going fast down. The moment we started going fast up, boom, completely out, right? And when I woke up again, which when I say wake up, I'm probably only out for like 5-10 seconds at the most, right? But I come to, and my hand, this girl's holding it, right? But my hand's just like limp, like my hand's just like that, like it's just like hanging, right? And I'm looking at it like Jesus, and we get back to the thing, get off, right? Walk through the gift shops, get into the car now. She was like, hey, are you okay to drive home? Like, you lost consciousness like 4 times. And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, right? And I did feel a little wobbly, but dude, let me tell you, when I was driving on the highway on the way home after that, I felt so weird. I felt like hollow, and I felt, man, it felt so weird. The only way I can kind of explain it, like the only thing in life that I've had happen kind of like that, is when I worked at Texas Roadhouse, one of my concussions, right, I passed out, and I hit my head on this metal shelf. An ambulance came because I was out for like 2 minutes. Like I was out for a while, so it freaked him out. But when I woke up from there, I felt really like dumb and wavy and stupid, right? Like that's how I felt from passing out. But obviously I didn't have a concussion, so I was like, ooh, that can't be good, you know, but still don't know why that happens. I'm sure it's because the oxygen thing, but I was breathing, so who knows. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you sub, share, like, comment, and, you know, have a good weekend. Be safe. Hit me up if you need to. My Instagram's in the bio. You can always hit me up whenever. And yeah, be safe. Peace out.